Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our English Learning Podcast. We are very happy to see you here today.
Hello, friends. Thank you for joining us again. We know you're busy, but you chose to learn English with us today.
Yes, and that makes us feel very grateful. My name is Sara.
And my name is Alex. Sara, before we start the lesson, I want to ask you a question.
Of course, Alex. What is your question?
How are you feeling right now? I mean, your real feeling at this moment.
That is an interesting question. Right now, I feel excited, but I also feel a little nervous.
Really? Why do you feel nervous?
Because today we are talking about emotions and feelings. Talking about feelings can be very personal.
That is true. Sometimes it is not easy to explain what is inside our heart and mind.
Exactly. But learning how to talk about feelings in English is very important.
I agree. Many people know English grammar, but they don't know how to talk about their emotions.
Yes, and emotions are part of our daily life.
Every day we feel something different.
One moment we feel happy.
The next moment we feel worried.
Some days we feel confident and strong.
And other days we feel confused or tired.
All these feelings are normal.
Yes, everyone in the world experiences these emotions.
So today we will learn how to talk about emotions in English.
We will not only learn vocabulary,
We will also practice natural conversations.
and we will talk about some common mistakes people make.
Many English learners translate feelings directly from their language.
And sometimes that sounds unnatural in English.
So we will help you sound more natural and confident.
Sara, let's start with a simple question.
Okay, I'm ready.
How do we usually talk about emotions in English?
That's a great question. In English, we often use two patterns.
What are those patterns?
The first pattern is I am plus the feeling.
And the second pattern?
The second pattern is I feel plus the feeling.
So we can say, I am happy.
Yes, that is correct.
And we can also say, I feel happy.
Exactly. Both sentences are correct in English.
Is there any difference between them?
Yes, there is a small difference.
I would love to understand that difference.
When we say I am happy, it can describe our personality or our general mood.
So it can be something about our character.
Yes, exactly.
For example, I can say, I am a happy person.
Perfect example.
But what about I feel happy?
I feel happy usually talks about the present moment.
So it is about what we feel right now?
Yes, that is correct.
For example, I can say, I feel happy today because the weather is nice.
That sounds very natural.
Good. I think I understand this now.
Great. Now let's talk about some common emotions.
The first emotion is happy.
Happy is one of the most positive feelings. Sara, when do you feel happy? I feel happy when I wake up in the morning and the day is quiet and peaceful.
That sounds very nice.
I also feel happy when I talk with my family or close friends.
Family time always makes people feel good.
Yes, it really does.
I feel happy when I solve a difficult problem.
Like what kind of problem?
For example, when my computer is not working.
Oh, yes, that can be very frustrating.
Yes, at first I feel frustrated and stressed.
But then you fix the problem.
Exactly. And after I fix it, I suddenly feel very happy.
That feeling is very satisfying.
It really is.
I also feel happy when I cook a good meal.
Cooking can be very relaxing.
Yes, and when the food tastes good, I feel proud and happy.
I feel happy when I eat delicious food.
Especially when you are very hungry.
Yes, food tastes even better when you are hungry.
Now let's talk about the opposite of happy.
The opposite of happy is sad.
Sad is a feeling we all experience sometimes.
Sara, when do you feel sad?
I feel sad when I see someone who is suffering.
That can be very painful to watch.
Yes, especially when I cannot help them.
That helpless feeling is very difficult.
What about you, Alex? When do you feel sad?
I feel sad when I miss someone important in my life.
Like a friend or a family member?
Yes, especially friends who moved far away.
Distance can make relationships difficult.
Yes, sometimes I remember old memories with them.
And those memories can make you emotional.
Exactly. Sometimes memories make us smile.
And sometimes they make us feel sad.
That is the strange thing about emotions.
Emotions can change very quickly.
One moment we are laughing.
And the next moment we are quiet and thinking deeply.
Sarah, there is another common emotion people feel.
Which one are you thinking about?
The feeling of being worried.
Ah, yes. Worry is very common in daily life.
Many people worry about work.
Some people worry about their future.
Students often worry about exams.
And parents worry about their children.
Sarah, when do you feel worried?
I feel worried when I have an important task and very little time.
That pressure can be stressful.
Yes, sometimes my mind keeps thinking about the problem.
That happens to me too.
What do you do when you feel worried?
I try to take a deep breath and calm down.
That is a good strategy.
Sometimes I also talk with a friend.
Talking with someone can really help.
Yes, sharing feelings makes them lighter.
That is a beautiful way to say it.
Feelings become easier when we share them.
And learning to express these feelings in English can help us communicate better.
Exactly, because language is not only about grammar.
Language is also about emotions and connection.
And the more we practice, the easier it becomes.
So let's continue exploring more emotions together. That kind of feeling is a real sadness. You know what, Alex? I think we should tell our listeners something important.
What do you want to tell them, Sarah?
I want to say that it is okay to feel sad sometimes.
Yes, that is very true.
Feeling sad does not mean something is wrong with you.
Exactly. Sadness is a natural human emotion.
It shows that you care about people and important things in your life.
That is a beautiful way to explain it.
Thank you, Alex. And to everyone listening, if you feel sad sometimes, please remember that it is completely normal.
Yes, everyone experiences sadness at some point in life.
Now let's talk about another very common feeling.
Are we talking about the feeling of being tired?
Yes, exactly. Everyone knows this feeling.
I actually feel a little tired today.
Really? Why do you feel tired?
Last night I stayed up very late.
What were you doing so late at night?
I was reading a mystery book.
That sounds interesting.
It was very interesting. Every time I finished a chapter, I told myself, just one more chapter.
And then another chapter after that.
Yes, exactly. I kept reading again and again.
Let me guess. Suddenly it was very late.
Yes, suddenly it was 2 in the morning.
That happens to many people when they read an exciting book.
So this morning when I woke up, I felt very tired.
What did that tired feeling feel like?
My eyes felt heavy.
That is a common sign of being tired.
My body also felt slow and lazy.
I understand that feeling very well.
I also feel tired almost every day in the afternoon.
Around what time?
Around 3 in the afternoon.
That is interesting.
It feels like my body has a timer.
What do you do when you feel tired in the afternoon?
Sometimes I drink coffee.
Coffee can help some people.
Sometimes I take a short walk outside.
Fresh air can give you more energy. What about you, Sarah? What do you do when you feel tired? Sometimes I take a short break.
What kind of break?
I close my eyes for a few minutes.
That sounds relaxing.
I also take deep breaths.
Deep breathing can calm the body.
Yes, it helps me feel more awake and peaceful.
I have another simple habit.
What is it?
I drink a glass of water.
That sounds very simple.
Yes, but it really works.
Why do you think water helps?
Because sometimes when we feel tired, our body is actually thirsty.
That is very smart advice.
Now let's talk about another emotion.
Which emotion are we going to talk about next?
Let's talk about excitement.
Oh, I love that feeling.
Me too. Being excited gives us energy,
When you feel excited, your heart beats faster.
and you feel ready for something good to happen.
Yes, you cannot wait for the event or moment.
Sarah, what makes you feel excited?
I feel excited when I plan to meet an old friend,
That is always a special moment.
especially if I haven't seen that friend for a long time.
Do you think about the meeting before it happens?
Yes, I often imagine our conversation.
That anticipation makes the excitement stronger.
What about you, Alex? When do you feel excited?
I feel excited when I plan a trip.
Traveling can be very exciting.
Yes, especially when I visit a new place.
What do you usually do when you plan a trip?
First, I look at pictures of the place.
That sounds fun.
Then I read about the city or country.
Do you make plans for things to do?
Yes, I make a list of places I want to visit.
Planning a trip can be almost as fun as the trip itself.
That is very true.
But sometimes excitement is not the only feeling.
Yes, sometimes we feel two emotions at the same time.
For example, we can feel excited and nervous together.
That happens very often.
Let's talk about the feeling of being nervous.
Nervous is a very interesting emotion.
How would you describe it?
When I feel nervous, my stomach feels strange.
That is a very common experience.
Sometimes my hands feel cold.
Or sometimes they become a little sweaty.
Yes, exactly.
Nervousness usually happens before something important,
For example, before a presentation.
or before meeting new people.
Sarah, when do you feel nervous?
I feel nervous when I teach a new group of students.
Even though you're an experienced teacher?
Yes, even after many years.
Why do you still feel nervous?
Because I want the students to understand me.
That shows you care about your work.
Sometimes I think, what if they don't understand my explanation?
Or maybe you worry about making a mistake.
Yes, that thought sometimes comes to my mind.
But mistakes are part of learning.
That is true. What about you? Do you feel nervous sometimes?
Yes, of course.
When do you feel the most nervous?
I feel nervous when I speak in front of a large audience.
Public speaking can be difficult.
My heart starts beating faster.
That is a natural reaction.
Sometimes my voice sounds different to me.
That happens when we feel pressure.
And sometimes I forget what I wanted to say.
But right now we are speaking to many listeners.
Yes, that is true.
But this conversation feels comfortable.
Yes, it feels like we are talking with friends.
That makes the nervous feeling disappear.
I really like that.
Me too. Okay, everyone, let's pause for a moment.
We have learned several emotions so far.
We talked about feeling happy.
We talked about feeling sad.
We also discussed feeling tired.
And we talked about excitement.
Finally, we explored the feeling of being nervous.
Now it's a good time to practice these emotions together.
Imagine different situations in your life.
Think about how you feel in those situations.
Try to describe those feelings in English.
For example, you can say, I feel happy when I talk with my family.
Or you can say, I feel nervous before an important exam.
Practicing like this will help you speak more naturally.
And the more you practice, the easier it becomes.
Now, let's continue exploring more emotions and situations in everyday life.
That was a great idea, Alex. Now, everyone listening, please repeat after us.
Yes, speaking out loud will help your pronunciation and confidence.
The first word is happy.
Happy,
Happy.
happy,
Very good. Now the next word is sad.
sad,
Sad.
sad,
Excellent. Now the next word is tired.
tired,
Tired.
tired,
Good job. Now let's say excited.
excited,
Excited.
Excited.
Perfect. Now, the last word is nervous.
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 Wonderful. Now let's practice making a sentence.
Try to complete this sentence in your mind.
I feel happy when.
Think about your own life.
What makes you feel happy?
Maybe spending time with family.
Maybe eating your favorite food.
Maybe finishing an important task.
We will give you a few seconds to think.
I feel happy when.
Good. Now let's continue learning something interesting.
Sometimes we do not just feel an emotion,
Yes, sometimes the emotion is strong.
and sometimes the emotion is weak.
In English, we can show the strength of a feeling.
That means we can show how strong or how small the feeling is.
For example, sometimes we feel a little happy.
And sometimes we feel very happy.
That is called the intensity of emotion.
Sarah, how can we show a small or weak feeling?
When the feeling is small, we can say a little or a bit.
For example, we can say, I am a little tired.
That means you feel tired but not very tired.
Another example is, I am a bit nervous.
That means you feel nervous but only a small amount.
Can you give an example from your life, Sarah?
Sure, right now I feel a little hungry.
Only a little hungry?
Yes, not very hungry yet.
Maybe later you will feel very hungry.
That is possible.
I also feel a bit sleepy sometimes in the afternoon.
That happens to many people.
Now let's talk about normal feelings.
When the feeling is normal, we simply say the emotion.
For example, I am happy.
Or, I am tired.
Or, I feel nervous.
These sentences do not use any extra words.
They simply describe the feeling.
Now what if the feeling is strong?
Good question.
When the feeling is strong, we can use words like very, really, or so.
For example, I am very excited about tomorrow.
Another example is, I am really nervous about my exam.
Or we can say, I am so happy to see my friend.
These words make the emotion stronger.
They show that the feeling is powerful.
There is also another word we can use.
Which word is that?
The word extremely.
That word shows a very strong feeling.
For example, I am extremely tired today.
Maybe you worked all day without resting.
Or maybe you ran a long distance.
Another example is, I was extremely surprised.
That means the surprise was very strong.
Now let's practice with some situations.
Imagine a situation and think about the feeling.
Situation number 1.
You find some money on the street.
Maybe $5.
How do you feel?
Are you extremely happy?
Probably not extremely happy.
Most people would say they feel a little happy.
Because it is nice, but not a huge life event.
Now let's imagine another situation.
Situation number 2.
You get your dream job.
The job you always wanted.
How do you feel now?
Most people would feel extremely happy.
Or very excited?
Because it is a big and important moment.
Do you see how the extra word changes the meaning?
Yes, these small words are very important in English.
Now let's talk about another emotion.
Which emotion are we going to explore now?
The emotion of anger.
Anger is a very strong feeling.
Sometimes people feel angry when something unfair happens.
Sarah, do you ever feel angry?
Yes, of course I do.
What usually makes you feel angry?
I feel angry when I see someone hurting an animal.
That is very understandable.
Animals cannot protect themselves easily.
That situation would make many people angry.
I also feel angry when someone lies to me.
Because honesty is very important in relationships.
Yes, when someone lies, it breaks trust.
That can cause both anger and sadness.
What about you, Sarah? When do you feel angry?
I feel angry when someone treats me unfairly.
Can you give an example?
For example, when I work very hard on something.
And someone else takes credit for your work.
Yes, that situation would make me very angry.
That would make almost anyone angry.
But the important thing is how we manage that anger.
Yes, controlling anger is very important.
What do you usually do when you feel angry?
I try to calm myself first.
How do you do that?
I take a deep breath.
That is a good technique.
I breathe in slowly through my nose.
And then you breathe out through your mouth.
Yes, I repeat that several times.
Does that help you relax?
Yes, it gives me time to think before reacting.
That is a very healthy habit.
Sometimes I also write my thoughts in a notebook.
Writing can help release emotions. What do you do when you feel angry?
I usually go for a walk.
Walking can reduce stress.
Yes, moving my body helps me release the tension.
These are all healthy ways to deal with anger.
But sometimes anger is not very strong.
What do you mean?
Sometimes the feeling is smaller than anger.
Are you talking about frustration?
Yes, exactly.
Frustration is a little different from anger.
When we feel frustrated, we feel annoyed because something is not working.
For example, when a computer problem does not get solved,
Or when we try to learn something difficult.
and we keep making mistakes again and again.
That situation can create frustration.
Frustration can slowly grow into anger if we are not careful.
That is why it is important to understand our emotions.
And it is important to express them clearly in English.
Now let's continue talking about more emotions and real-life situations.
Yes, that is exactly what frustration means.
Frustration happens when you try to do something but it doesn't work.
You keep trying again and again.
But the result is still the same.
That feeling can make you feel stuck.
I often feel frustrated when I am learning something new,
Why do you feel frustrated in that situation?
because sometimes I make the same mistake again and again.
That can be very discouraging.
Yes, I start thinking, why can't I understand this?
But making mistakes is part of learning.
That is true, but the feeling of frustration can still appear.
I also feel frustrated sometimes.
When do you feel frustrated?
I feel frustrated when I try to assemble furniture.
Furniture assembly can be very confusing.
Yes, especially when the instructions are not clear.
You look at the paper instructions,
Then you look at the pieces of wood or metal.
and you think, how does this part connect to that part?
Exactly. The pictures sometimes do not help at all.
Did you finish building the furniture in the end?
Yes, but it took a long time.
And you probably felt frustrated during that time.
Yes, I felt very frustrated for almost an hour.
That is a perfect example of frustration.
There is also another small version of anger.
Are you talking about feeling annoyed?
Yes, exactly.
Annoyed is a smaller and lighter feeling than anger.
It is like a small irritation,
Something small bothers you.
but it is not serious enough to make you very angry.
I feel annoyed when someone chews food very loudly.
That can be very distracting,
It is not a big problem.
but it still bothers you.
Yes, it makes me feel uncomfortable.
I feel annoyed when my phone battery dies at the worst moment,
That is very frustrating.
especially when I need my phone for something important.
That situation can create a small irritation.
So we can see a difference between these emotions.
Yes, angry is a strong emotion.
Frustrated happens when you are stuck and something is not working.
Annoyed is a small irritation.
Now let's practice these words together.
Everyone listening, please repeat after us.
Angry,
Angry,
frustrated,
frustrated,
annoyed.
annoyed.
Excellent practice.
Now let's talk about some emotions that affect both the mind and the body.
One of those emotions is fear.
Yes, fear is a very powerful emotion.
Alex, what makes you feel scared?
I feel scared when I'm alone at night and hear a strange noise.
That can be a frightening situation.
My body becomes tense.
Your muscles become tight.
Yes, and my heart starts beating very fast.
That is a natural reaction.
Our body prepares for danger.
This reaction is often called the fight or flight response.
What about you, Sarah? When do you feel scared?
I feel scared when I am in a car and the driver is going too fast.
Fast driving can feel very dangerous.
I usually hold the door handle tightly.
That shows your body is reacting to fear.
Yes, my breathing also changes.
In English, we also use another word for scared.
Yes, the word afraid.
I am afraid and I'm scared have very similar meanings.
For example, someone can say, I am afraid of heights.
That means the same as I'm scared of heights.
Alex, are you afraid of anything?
Yes, I'm afraid of very deep water.
Deep water can make many people uncomfortable.
I can swim in a pool without any problem.
But the ocean can feel different.
Yes, especially when I cannot see the bottom.
That situation can make people feel afraid.
Now let's talk about a softer version of fear.
You mean the feeling of being worried.
Yes, exactly.
Worry happens when our mind keeps thinking about a possible problem.
Often we imagine something bad happening,
For example, I feel worried when someone I love is traveling.
especially if they do not send a message to say they arrived safely.
My mind starts creating different stories.
You might start thinking, what if something happened?
Yes, then I feel the need to call them.
I feel worried before a medical checkup.
Even if you feel healthy?
Yes, sometimes my mind asks many questions.
Like what kind of questions?
Questions that begin with, what if?
For example, what if I fail the test?
Or what if people do not like me?
Or what if something goes wrong?
When worry grows stronger, it can turn into another feeling.
The feeling of anxiety.
Anxiety is similar to worry.
But it usually lasts longer.
It can stay in your mind for many days.
I felt anxious when I moved to a new city.
Moving to a new place can be stressful.
I kept asking myself many questions.
What kind of questions?
I wondered if I would make new friends.
That is a common concern.
I also wondered if I would like my new job.
And maybe you worried about feeling lonely.
Yes, exactly. I felt anxious during my final exams at university.
Exams can create a lot of pressure.
For almost 2 weeks, I felt nervous and tense.
Did you find any way to reduce that anxiety?
Yes, talking with my friends helped.
Because they were feeling the same way.
Yes, I realized I was not alone.
That can make a big difference.
The anxious feeling did not disappear completely.
But it became lighter.
Sharing feelings can help us feel better.
Now let's talk about another strong emotion.
The emotion of being overwhelmed.
That is a very powerful feeling.
Being overwhelmed means having too many things at the same time.
Too many tasks.
Too many responsibilities.
And sometimes too many emotions.
I feel overwhelmed when I open my email inbox.
Let me guess.
There are many unread messages.
Maybe 50 messages waiting for you.
Yes, and I don't know where to start.
That situation can feel very stressful.
What about you, Alex? When do you feel overwhelmed?
I feel overwhelmed when many people ask for help at the same time.
For example,
My boss asks for a report,
your friend needs advice?
and my family calls me for something important.
That sounds like a lot of pressure.
Yes, and sometimes I think to myself, I'm only one person.
You cannot do everything at the same time.
Exactly.
That feeling of pressure can create overwhelm.
And when someone feels overwhelmed, they need to slow down and breathe.
Sometimes the best solution is to do one task at a time.
Step by step.
And little by little, the pressure becomes smaller.
Now let's continue exploring more emotions that people experience in everyday life.
That really sounds like a lot of pressure.
Yes, sometimes life gives us many responsibilities at once.
What do you usually do when you feel overwhelmed?
The first thing I do is stop for a moment.
That sounds like a good idea.
I take a short break and try to relax my mind.
Sometimes stopping for a moment can help us think clearly.
After that, I make a list of the most important tasks.
A list can help organize your thoughts.
Yes, it helps me see what I should do first.
That can make a big problem feel smaller.
I also remind myself that I can only do one thing at a time.
That is very wise advice.
When we try to do everything at once, we feel more stress.
Sometimes we need to give ourselves permission to slow down.
Exactly. Slowing down can help us regain control.
Now, let's talk about a very different emotion.
Which emotion are we going to discuss now?
The emotion of embarrassment.
Oh no, everyone has experienced embarrassment.
Yes, embarrassing moments happen to all of us.
Can you remember a time when you felt embarrassed?
Yes, I remember something that happened last week.
What happened?
I was walking down the street and I saw someone waving.
So you thought they were waving at you?
Yes, I waved back very happily.
That sounds normal.
But then I realized something strange.
What did you realize?
The person was not waving at me.
Oh no.
They were waving at someone standing behind me.
That must have felt awkward.
Yes, my face suddenly felt very hot.
That happens when we feel embarrassed.
I wished I could disappear at that moment.
That is a classic embarrassing situation.
What about you, Alex? Have you had an embarrassing moment recently?
Yes, I had one yesterday.
What happened?
I was in an online video meeting with my coworkers.
That sounds normal.
I thought my microphone was muted.
But it was not muted?
Exactly.
What did you do?
I started singing a song quietly to myself.
Oh no.
Suddenly, someone said my name.
That means everyone heard you.
Yes, about 10 people heard me singing.
That must have been embarrassing.
My face turned red immediately.
Did people laugh?
Some people laughed kindly.
At least it became a funny moment.
Yes, now I can laugh about it.
Many embarrassing moments become funny stories later.
That is very true.
Now, let's try a short role-play conversation.
That will help everyone practice these emotions.
In this situation, I will call you because I am worried.
Okay, I'm ready for the role play.
Hello, Alex. Do you have a minute to talk?
Of course, Sarah. What is wrong?
I feel worried about something.
You sound a little stressed.
Yes, I have a big presentation tomorrow.
That sounds important.
The problem is that I do not feel ready.
Why do you feel that way?
There's too much information.
That can feel overwhelming.
Yes, I feel very overwhelmed.
What part is the most difficult?
I don't know which information I should include.
I understand that feeling.
I'm also feeling a little scared.
Why are you scared?
Because the company director will be there.
That is understandable.
I keep thinking about making a mistake.
It is normal to feel nervous before a presentation.
I hope I can do it well.
I believe you will do great.
Thank you for encouraging me.
You prepared for this presentation.
Yes, I did prepare a lot.
Then trust your preparation.
Talking with you already makes me feel calmer.
I am happy to help.
I feel a little less anxious now.
That is good to hear.
I will call you after the presentation tomorrow.
I will be waiting to hear the good news.
Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.
Everyone listening, did you notice something in that conversation?
We used many emotional words naturally.
Words like worried, overwhelmed, scared, nervous, and anxious.
These words often appear in real conversations.
Now, let's move to some positive emotions.
That sounds like a great idea.
After talking about difficult emotions, it's nice to talk about good feelings.
Yes, let's make the conversation more positive.
Alex, when do you feel grateful?
I feel grateful when I think about the people who support me.
Support from others is very important.
My family always encourages me.
Good friends can also give strong support.
Yes, friends make life more meaningful.
I feel grateful every morning when I wake up healthy.
Health is a very precious gift.
Sometimes we forget to appreciate simple things,
Gratitude helps us focus on what we have.
instead of focusing on what we do not have.
Exactly.
Now, let's talk about another positive feeling.
Which one?
The feeling of being proud.
Proud means feeling happy about an achievement.
It can be your achievement or someone else's achievement.
For example, I feel proud when my students improve their English.
Teaching must be very rewarding.
Yes, when someone says they understand the lesson, I feel proud.
That must be a wonderful feeling. What makes you feel proud?
I feel proud when I overcome a fear.
That takes courage.
Last year, I was afraid of swimming in the ocean.
Did you overcome that fear?
Yes, I finally tried swimming in the sea.
That must have been a big moment.
I felt very proud of myself.
You should feel proud.
Thank you.
Now, let's talk about confidence.
Confidence is very important in life.
Confidence means believing in yourself.
It means trusting your own abilities.
When do you feel confident, Alex?
I feel confident when I teach something I know well.
Experience helps build confidence.
Yes, the more we practice something, the better we become.
I feel confident when I cook my favorite dish.
Because you know the recipe very well.
Sometimes I don't even need to look at the recipe.
That shows real confidence.
Confidence usually grows with practice.
The more we do something, the easier it becomes.
That is a good message for everyone learning English.
Yes, keep practicing every day.
Little by little, your confidence will grow.
And you will start speaking English more naturally.
Now, let's continue exploring more emotions and everyday experiences. Now, let's talk about a very energetic feeling.
Yes, the feeling is called motivation.
Being motivated means you have energy and desire to reach a goal.
It also means you feel ready to work hard.
I feel motivated when I set a clear goal for myself.
What kind of goals do you usually set?
For example, I tell myself that I will exercise 3 times this week.
That is a very healthy goal.
When I see my progress, I feel even more motivated.
That makes sense.
What about you, Alex? When do you feel motivated?
I feel motivated when I see someone else succeed.
Why does that motivate you?
Because I think, if they can do it, maybe I can do it too.
That is a very powerful feeling.
Yes, it is called inspiration.
Inspiration happens when someone else's success gives you energy.
It encourages you to try harder.
Sometimes a simple story can motivate many people.
That is very true.
Now let's practice another role-play conversation.
That sounds fun.
In this role-play, we are friends who have not seen each other for a long time.
Okay, I am ready.
Alex, oh my goodness, I cannot believe it is you.
Sara, it is so good to see you.
I feel so happy to see you again.
I feel excited too.
It has been a very long time.
Yes, I think it has been almost 2 years.
Time passes so quickly.
To be honest, I felt a little nervous about meeting today.
Really? Why did you feel nervous?
I thought maybe things would feel different between us.
I actually felt the same way.
But now that we are talking, everything feels normal again.
Yes, I just feel grateful that we are still good friends.
Me too, Sara.
So tell me, how have you been lately?
Honestly, life has been very busy.
Busy in what way?
I have been feeling overwhelmed at work.
That sounds difficult.
Yes, there are many projects and deadlines.
Are you also studying something?
Yes, I am studying for a professional certification.
That must take a lot of time.
It really does.
How are you managing everything?
Some days I feel very motivated.
And other days?
Other days, I feel exhausted.
That sounds like a lot of pressure.
Sometimes I even feel like giving up.
I completely understand that feeling.
Have you ever felt like that?
Yes, I felt that way last year when I started my new job.
What helped you continue?
I reminded myself why I started.
That is a good way to stay motivated.
And I'm really proud of you for trying.
Thank you, Sarah. That means a lot.
You are working very hard.
I hope my effort will bring good results.
I believe it will.
Now tell me about your life.
I recently started a new job.
That sounds exciting.
Yes, I really enjoy it.
How do you feel about your workplace?
I feel confident there.
That is wonderful.
My team is very friendly and supportive.
A good team makes a big difference.
My manager is also very helpful.
That is great to hear.
I feel lucky to have such a positive environment.
I am very happy for you.
Thank you, Alex.
Listening to you makes me feel hopeful.
Sometimes talking with a friend can change your mood.
Yes, it can give you new energy.
Now, everyone listening can notice something interesting.
In that conversation, we used many emotions together.
For example, we used happy, excited, nervous, grateful, overwhelmed, motivated, exhausted, proud, confident, and lucky.
Real conversations often include many emotions at the same time.
Our feelings can change very quickly.
That is very natural in everyday English.
Now, let's move to another important part of the lesson.
Yes, this is a very helpful section.
We're going to talk about common mistakes in English.
Many English learners make these mistakes.
But once you understand the rule, it becomes easy.
Let's start with the first mistake.
The first mistake is confusing the words boring and bored.
This mistake happens very often.
If you say, I am boring, what does it mean?
It means your personality is not interesting.
It means you make other people feel bored.
But if you want to describe your feeling, you say, I am bored.
For example, the movie was boring.
So I felt bored during the movie.
That is the correct way to say it.
Let's try another example.
The meeting was boring.
So I felt bored during the meeting.
Good.
Now let's talk about another similar mistake.
The words confused and confusing.
If you say, I am confusing, it means you make other people confused.
But if you say, I am confused, it means you do not understand something.
For example, the instructions are confusing.
So I feel confused.
That is the correct pattern.
The situation is confusing, and the person feels confused.
Let's look at another example. The game is exciting.
So I feel excited.
The same rule works again.
The event or situation usually ends with ing.
And the feeling of the person usually ends with ed.
For example, interesting and interested.
Tiring and tired.
Annoying and annoyed.
Surprising and surprised.
Disappointing and disappointed.
These pairs follow the same rule.
The thing is ing. The person is ed.
Now let's practice a little. I will say a sentence and you can think if it is correct or wrong. Sentence 1. I am very boring today because I have nothing to do.
That sentence is wrong.
The correct sentence is, I am very bored today.
Because you are describing your feeling.
Sentence 2. The movie was exciting, so I felt excited.
That sentence is correct.
Sentence 3. I am very interested in learning English.
That sentence is wrong.
The correct sentence is, I am very interested in learning English.
Good job, everyone. Alex, today I want to talk about something very important.
What is it, Sarah?
Today we will talk about emotions and common mistakes in English.
That sounds very useful for English learners.
First, let's talk about a common mistake.
What mistake is that?
Some learners say, I feel myself tired.
Yes, I have heard that many times.
But this sentence is not correct in English.
Really? Why is it wrong?
In English, we do not use the word myself with feelings.
So what should we say instead?
We should say, I feel tired.
Oh, that sounds much simpler.
Yes, English is often simple.
Let's give more examples.
You can say, I feel happy.
You can also say, I feel excited.
Or you can say, I feel nervous.
All these sentences are correct and natural.
Exactly. We never say, I feel myself happy.
That would sound strange to native speakers.
Now let's talk about another mistake.
I'm curious to hear it.
Many learners say, I have stress.
Yes, that sounds common.
But in English, we usually do not say that.
So what should we say?
We say, I am stressed.
Or we can say, I feel stressed.
That's right.
What about anger?
We say, I am angry.
We can also say, I feel angry.
Yes, that is correct.
And for fear?
We say, I am afraid.
Or we can say, I feel scared.
Exactly.
English learners should remember this rule.
Use I am or I feel with emotions.
Do not say, I have with most emotions.
Very good, Alex.
Thank you, Sarah.
Now let's practice a little.
Good idea.
The book is very interesting.
So I feel interested.
Correct.
Now my turn. I have nothing to do today.
So you feel bored.
That's right.
Here is another one. The instructions are very confusing.
So I feel confused.
Perfect answer.
This is actually very easy to understand.
Yes, once you know the rule, it becomes simple.
Practice makes everything easier.
Now let's do a short role play.
That sounds fun.
Imagine you are a student.
And you are my teacher.
Yes, that's the situation.
Okay, I'm ready.
Hello, Alex. You look a little worried today.
Yes, Sarah. I feel confused about the last lesson.
What part confused you?
The grammar lesson was a little difficult for me.
That is normal.
I tried to understand it, but I felt frustrated.
Many students feel that way at first.
I am also feeling nervous about the test next week.
That is understandable.
I am afraid I might make many mistakes.
Don't worry too much.
Really?
Yes, you are working very hard.
Thank you for saying that.
I am proud of your effort.
That makes me feel better.
I can give you some extra exercises.
That would help me a lot.
If you practice every day, you will feel more confident.
I already feel more motivated now.
That's wonderful to hear.
Thank you for helping me.
You are welcome.
I will keep practicing.
Before we finish, let's review some important emotion words.
Great idea.
Means feeling good and pleased.
Sad means feeling unhappy.
Excited means feeling very enthusiastic about something.
Nervous means feeling worried or unsure.
Overwhelmed means you have too many things to handle.
Grateful means feeling thankful.
Confident means believing in yourself.
Frustrated means feeling upset because something is difficult.
Proud means feeling good about an achievement.
Embarrassed means feeling uncomfortable after a mistake.
These 10 words are very useful in daily conversations.
Yes, they help us express our feelings clearly.
Now let's give some homework to our listeners.
Don't worry, it's easy homework.
Every day, ask yourself, how do I feel today?
Try to notice your emotions during the day.
You can also write one sentence in a journal.
For example, today I feel happy.
Or you can write, today I feel tired.
This practice will improve your English.
Now we have a question for you.
Yes, our question of the day.
What emotion do you feel most often?
And why do you feel that emotion?
For me, I often feel grateful.
Why do you feel grateful?
Because I appreciate the small things in life.
That's a beautiful way to think.
What about you, Alex?
I often feel curious
Why curious?
because I love learning new things every day.
That is wonderful.
Learning keeps life interesting.
Thank you everyone for listening today.
We really appreciate your time.
Remember, learning English is a journey.
And you are doing a great job.
Be proud of your progress.
Keep practicing every day.
Keep learning and keep improving.
See you next time.